co-creation, collective creation. It's an entire mythology about creation and the genius, the person who has an idea out of the blue, inspiration, big word. You find inspiration and this comes to you like from nowhere. Well, not really. We work collectively. We advance ideas, the arts, science, philosophy, political ideas collectively. We pick on each other's ideas, and it's a community effort. Do you think there was one Paleolithic man who just out of the blue invented fire? No. Lots of men and women must have been trying for a long time to make fire. Sometimes they got lucky, they found fire because of lighting or extreme sunshine, and then they conserve it. They conserve the embers. They could even travel with the fire. And they were trying to make it on their own. And I'm sure they try all kinds of things, sparks, friction, sun. Nobody owned the fire. Jonas Salk never sought a patent for his polio vaccine because he said, could you patent the sun? Or can you patent the sun? There are plenty of examples of collective creation or simultaneous creation. Lots of technology advancements have been in disputes over who invented them. The laser, the LED, the integrated circuit. Because people in different research areas, even different parts of the country, came up with the same idea. It's just, and that happens because there's a collective advancing, a collective effort. And yes, there's one person who puts the cherry on the cake, but that doesn't mean the cake belongs to the person. And sometimes there's more than one cherry on the cake, and then they try to divide the cake among the ones who put the cherry on the cake. And this is all very important. There are established interests that try to assert the inspiration, the creation out of the blue, because there's money to be made. People who have inventions already have what they call intellectual property rights, and they enjoy them for 17 years in exclusivity. But everybody wants to keep the cake. But that's just a business decision, just a business aspect of creation. If we look at creation in general as an effort of the mind, as an enjoyment of the mind, not an effort, then if we consider a collective, that opens up many possibilities, because then we are all creating collectively and we can all be part of that. Of course, there are people who work harder, people who learn more, and those are going to achieve more. I'm not saying everybody is a Beethoven or a Mozart, but everybody shares a lot with a Beethoven and a Mozart. So the music is not just the creation of this genius, but it's part of humanity. We can create collectively. We are constantly creating collectively. When we can create with nature, by gardening, for instance, planting trees. There's immense satisfaction in creating something new, something that comes from nowhere. Well, it comes from somewhere, from that collective. Perhaps the most neglected creators are mothers. Who give an egg, and then the sperm fertilizes the egg, and from that there's a cell multiplication that results in a fetus, a baby, a human being. And the mother shelters that need that life. For 37 weeks, isn't it? 39, 37, 9 months. Creation shouldn't be just the sole effort of a few people. It shouldn't be an exclusive activity. We should all make music. We have already one instrument. One of the most beautiful instruments, right there. We have it all our lives. It's always with us, traveling with us. We can all be poets. We know a language, an extraordinary instrument. The sun is high in the sky, but I can talk about the stars. I can say the birds, since the joy of the universe. I can say I miss the touch of my beloved, her fingers on my skin, her smell. Creation is ultimately co-creation. It's an effort of many. The appropriation of creation has even historical significance because it creates cultural domination, and that should be next.